Alright, MrSotko here, and welcome back to another Warcraft 3 replay cast, and today it is a 1v1 between Infi and Thoo. It is game 2 of 3 of the ESL in Shanghai. It is the grand finals. If you didn't check out the first game, you should go back and check it out. It was a very interesting game. Up top, we have our blue human player, Thoo, and at the bottom, we have our red human player, Infi. We're going to skip it to about the 2-minute mark. That's when all the heroes come out and things get interesting. Move to 8x speed, sure, why not? Infi moving out, and we'll see which creep camp he chooses. Looks like the rock golem camp, and we'll see what items he gets and how useful they will be in the meta game. So, going for the rock camp as well, and we'll see what he gets from this rock golem. And a Sobi mask drops a very excellent item for an archmage. With that mana regen, can be able to pump out many water elementals, a potion of greater mana, and a gauntlets of ogre strength +3. Not a very good item for an archmage. Just going to be a gauntlets of ogre selling. And now going to be moving on. Did pick up that forest troll shadow priest. We'll be moving on. And see, Thoo is coming down to the Null Brute camp just to get a small amount of XP. And he may be able to get level, no, indeed, already level 2, as is our red archmage from Infi as well. Going to the Null Overseer camp. See if you can get a decent item out of that. The water elemental up front here did take a couple of dispels there. Dispelled both of his water elementals. And now deciding against that camp, as they do dispel and can take out the water elementals pretty quickly. Now onto the Null Overseer. Null Overseer attacking the low health footman. And now Thoo coming into the base of Infi. Spawning some militia there to take care of the water elemental and this Thoo problem here. Null Overseer almost down. And we'll see what item drops for him. A Claws of Attack +6, a very decent item to have. Picks out one of those militia there. A little bit of experience for Thoo. However, I believe Infi will have a little bit more of experience from the camps rather than just killing a militia or two. Footman now chasing the water elemental down to 98 health, but it despawns. Or it looks like he actually killed it with the Shadow Priest there. So even more experience for Infi. 477 out of 500. Now Thoo going after the Null Overseer camp himself. But doesn't really have his water elementals out because they will just get dispelled away. And Infi now going for the Null Overseer camp again. And with Thoo, will be level 3 off of this. And so will Infi, so both players will get level 3 at about the same time. And Null Overseer almost down for Thoo. And we'll see what item drops for him. A Circlet of Nobility, not too bad of an item. Particularly a little bit better as your first item. Another Claws of Attack +6, so 12 damage on that Archmage for Infi. Pretty good. Last game, Infi had 2
players' forces are under attack.
Gloves of Haste, so he had 30% increased haste, and Thoo had 2 +12 damage, so sort of a backwards game. Now, Thoo with a slightly less potent Archmage than Infi, although he does have that Sobi mask, which increases his regeneration quite a bit. Infi's Archmage just eating that Arcane Tower there, but he will take this down. I doubt it will be repaired. Indeed, it will not. A minor loss for Thoo there.
A player's forces are under attack.
And now we have at the same time Thoo going right for Infi's infrastructure as well. So at the same time, both players trying to destroy each other's militia, but Thoo backs out first, and now Infi will back out. And may lose that one footman there, so a little bit of experience goes to Thoo. But Infi's Archmage still a little bit higher in experience than Thoo's. Footman goes over to the other side there to scout out and check out that Goblin laboratory there. Notices that it has been creeped out. Archmage out going for the water elemental here. Takes that out with a dispel. And now almost level 4 on his Archmage. Level 3 Archmage for Thoo. Looks like he's going to be picking up a Pandarin Brewmaster. And see if he's working on a second hero for Infi. But no, not just yet. Still harassing the base of Infi here. Now going for the farm, but really not going to be able to take it out anytime soon. Now going for a footman. Will almost get it down, but I doubt he will finish it off. Pandarin Brewmaster is now out. Already used a Breath of Fire on those footmen.
A player's forces are under attack.
Now going after the Forest Troll Shadow Priest, which he will take out. Will give him a little bit of experience to both of those heroes. However, Infi's hero a little bit higher in experience, as he is solo so far. Those Archmage not level 4 just yet. Although the even levels in Warcraft 3, not the most exciting levels. Typically the odd levels are the better levels. 2 footmen here stuck in the base, and it looks like they will not make it out, so they're just going to fight it out. And give Thoo a hard time, and keep him in his base for a little while. Fighting back against that water elemental, but all he has to do is just pull that back, and he will have to follow that into the base, and needs to just get out of there now, as he may lose his water elemental to Thoo. And Infi looks like he's going back around here, and the water elemental right there. And a Goblin Zeppelin now out for Infi. Picked up that Goblin Zeppelin and will be able to do harassing attacks with that. And got off a couple firebolts there, but didn't do enough damage here. And now going to start dropping some troops into the base of Thoo to harass that line. That footman there is very low on health and will be destroyed very soon. Just to give a little bit of experience, it may actually give the level 4 to the Archmage. Indeed, now a level 4 Archmage. However, Infi's Archmage still a little bit higher.
The town is under siege.
Just playing a little bit better this game. Infi's base now under attack by Thoo, the Brewmaster, and some footmen here, but we have a Mountain King out for the second hero. Back up top, Infi has escaped from the base using that Goblin Zeppelin. Goblin Shredder out for Infi, a very good melee unit there. Almost the equivalent of a knight. Arcane Sanctum now going up pretty quickly for Infi. Arcane Sanctum already up for Thoo. We'll see how that works out. Now going to drop his Archmage in the back here and get that low health peasant there. So it's some free experience. Another peasant down for Thoo, who's simply going to have to replace all these peasants, which costs him too much money, already replacing 2 of those peasants. And now going to destroy that farm. He cancels that farm. And now a third peasant falls. Sorceress in a little bit of trouble now. He will pick up and go away, leaving his poor water elemental behind. Brewmaster now farming out the Troll Warlord camp. Picking up a Tome of Intelligence there. Not the greatest item on a Brewmaster, but a little bit of mana on a Brewmaster. Not too bad there. Ogre Warrior almost done. We'll see what item drops out off this Warlord, and if it's very useful to Thoo or not. Looks like Infi is going down to the bottom left expansion with his Mountain King.
The player's forces are under attack.
And Warlord just about to fall, and a Sobi Mask drops and decides to just keep going. Maybe he didn't see that for a moment there. There we go. Might as well keep that Sobi Mask on the Brewmaster. It's a very good item to have on both of his heroes. Now both of his heroes will have plenty of mana. Ogre Magi just about to fall. And Mountain King taking a little bit too much damage there. Had to back out for just a moment. And now we'll finish that off. That item, a Claws of Attack +9. He gives it to that Archmage. So has a total attack of +21. Pretty crazy for that Archmage. He decided to give that to the Archmage instead, just because he gets more attacks off as a ranged hero. Trading out that Gauntlets of Ogre Strength to the Mountain King. Mountain King now level 2. Infi's base under attack by Thoo here, and trying to get some peasants, but I doubt he will get any peasants. Looks like this water elemental will fall very quickly. Pandarin Brewmaster took out the Ogre Magi camp. Looks like he got a Talisman of Evasion out of that. Not too bad of an item to have on a Brewmaster, although it doesn't really stack with the Brewmaster's ability, but he probably won't be getting that ability anyway. Mountain King battling out here with the Forest Troll Warlord, taking quite a bit of damage, and then Priest doing work to heal him up. Infi's Archmage trying to defend his expansion as it is being brought up. Infi, as usual, expanding slightly earlier than Thoo. And now Thoo's army is going right after the expansion here. It is still being built, so it is not complete. So it is in danger here. And Infi will be moving down shortly. Mountain King is incoming here. And it is completed, so it is in a little bit better shape now. Several peasants fall to that Brewmaster. Mountain King moving down. We'll see what kind of battle can come out here. 3 water elementals for Infi. The max that you can have before the next one will despawn. He did take Thunderclap, which is sort of an unusual pick, as it's usually always Stormbolt. Mountain King about half health there. Infi having to fall back just a bit, letting those Spellbreakers take the damage. Ogre Mauler for Thoo, and Thoo has about equal casters as Infi does. And now going right for that base, only 900 health left on that base. And as soon as he gets the opportunity, he turns around and attacks that base. And a Stormbolt, so he did get Stormbolt and Thunderclap. Hits that Priest there, takes out that Priest. And typically, you just don't really see Stormbolt and Thunderclap on the same Mountain King, just because you typically don't have the mana to use it, to use both of them efficiently. Dispelled that Water Elemental. And now the base is in danger here. If that should that base fall, Infi may lose the game, as he may not be able to afford to make another one. Now coming back to assault Thoo once again. Forest Troll Berserker taking damage here. Will fall, giving Infi a little bit more experience there. Water Elemental falls. Spellbreaker in a little bit of trouble there. Mountain King also retreating. Thoo in chase. Enter Brewmaster with those boots of speed, just so quick. Gonna just get right up to those Spellbreakers and start attacking them. 21 damage on that Archmage. I really enjoy that. 2 Sobi masks have been put down on Thoo's Archmage. He decided to get rid of it on his Brewmaster and put it on his Archmage instead. Now the battle ensues at Infi's base. And Water Elementals getting dispelled here on both sides. Mountain King taking a little bit of damage. Enter Brewmaster trying to find a good target to Breath of Fire, and there he goes. Hits a few targets. Hit the Priest there particularly. Now moving forward with that Mountain King. Mountain King getting right in the fray there, right in the middle of it all, in danger of being surrounded there. Gotta watch out for that. Mountain King in chase now, but just doesn't have the mana to be using his skills over and over. Should he have just taken Stormbolt, he'd be able to bash and just use Stormbolt over and over, but when he has to Thunderclap, that takes quite a bit of mana. Spellbreaker's going forward once again. And going to take out this Footman in a quick hurry and will fall. And the Shadow Priest will also fall for Thoo. Now going after the Ogre Mauler, but he looks like he may not lose that Ogre Mauler just yet. And the Spellbreaker moving in. Looks like he moved in at the wrong place there. Took about half of his health away. And now Thoo, Infi retreating back to his base. Thoo moving back the other way. Both sides in a little bit of trouble and hurting. Now moving out once again, trying to find out where Thoo went off to. And it looks like Thoo is going right to the Forest Troll Warlord camp. I'm going to try and creep that out, letting the Water Elemental take all that damage.
The player's forces are under attack.
But here comes Infi spotting this. And now Thoo will have to back off, leaving the Ogre Magi to Infi, who may soak that XP up, but decides to go after a Priest instead. Probably a better decision. Now it looks like Infi will clear this camp here, but both sides going to be battling each other while the creeps A Ring of Protection +4. Let's see who got that. The Brewmaster got that Ring of Protection +4. Ring of Protection +4, a little bit better of an item than Ring of Protection +2, as Ring of Protection +2 is almost always sold. +4 may also be sold eventually, but +4 armor, not that bad. Now trying to back off and get a hold of that Brewmaster. Stormbolt hits him and suffers lots of damage because of that. A mass attack on that Brewmaster once it was stunned. Now Infi backing off once again. May lose a Spellbreaker here, but no, gets back just in time. And Archmage attacking. Did sell one of those claws. One of those, it looks like he sold his +9 claw, leaving him with only 2 +6s. Sold it just to get something throughout the game. Didn't really notice him selling it. Thoo now, Infi now backing off to his base, and Thoo in chase. I'm gonna get those clarity potions and regeneration scrolls. And now healing back up. Thoo taking out a farm there real quick. And also picking up an Ogre Mauler. So now he has 2 Ogre Maulers in his group. So lots of melee for Thoo. Incoming very soon. We'll see if the Mountain King can get a good Stormbolt off. As soon as he gets that Stormbolt off, he will just focus attack whatever is stunned. Dispel's going out. Both water elementals being destroyed there. Infi now focusing on the Brewmaster. Brewmaster has been surrounded temporarily there and took huge amounts of damage because of that, and lost quite a bit of mana as well from those Spellbreakers. So now Brewmaster less than half health. Archmage now in the back here. It's +12 damage. Launching fireballs at those Spellbreakers. Water Elemental in a little bit of trouble here. Less than half health. We'll lose that soon enough. Both sides dispelling those Water Elementals. Ogre Maulers proving to be quite useful here. They do quite a bit of damage and have quite a bit of health as well. Going after that Pandaren Brewmaster again, but just not being successful in taking it out. Now the Archmage has been stunned, but it wasn't a very successful one. Mountain King just about to die there. Used a potion of healing. Now back up to 300 health. Priest in a little bit of trouble there. Won't lose that Priest. Very, very lucky Priest. Ogre Mauler in a little bit of trouble now. Got stunned, but may not lose it. Indeed, just not losing any troops here. Both sides playing very, very well. Infi GG's out, leaving Thoo the winner of Game 2. And stay tuned for Game 3 of 3. And I will see you guys next time.